What it do, everybody? It's your boy, Johnny B. We on JonnyBeeTV. We got a very special guest in the building, man. Another pro. We going on his 7th season this year, man. Overseas doing this thing. And one of them staples in Milwaukee when it comes to the basketball, you know what I'm saying? So, glad to bring y'all. We got my boy Jarvis Garrett in the building. What's going on, bro?
Yo, what's going on?
Chilling, man. First, before we get into your story, how the summer been going for you? I've been seeing you, getting it in, grinding. Yeah. So, how the summer been going for you so far?
Shit, honestly, the summer been cool. It's been cool. It's been one of the best summers that I had since coming home, for real. Just being around family, friends, you know what I'm saying, working out. I've been having more time to be with all them, so it's been cool.
So, as a professional, what do you gotta prepare yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was you working on most through the summer to prepare for this upcoming season?
Really, honestly, just staying in shape, and then being more consistent, like with my jump shot and shooting a three, coming off the screen. Like, all my shots come off the dribble. So, all summer is just off the dribble shots.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really practice on catch and shoot. I may practice on catch and shoot here and there, but all my shots in the game is gonna come off the dribble, so that's all I work on.
At this point in your career, is it more like just skill work? Besides, like, I know when you growing up in college, weight room, that, it's more skill work now?
Like, it's just more skill work, and then if you is in the weight room, like, you still, like, doing, like, weight room stuff, but it ain't really extreme how it used to be.
Yeah.
Like, now it's just, like injury prevention and mobility and all that stuff. So like it ain't really like I ain't going in that motherfucker doing 225 on the bench and all that shit. Like, I ain't doing all that.
By now your body should be where it's supposed to be.
Exactly. Yeah, I ain't trying to get bigger. I'm just trying to be strong.
That's real. Did you catch any summer leagues this summer while you was in the city? Did you play in any?
I played in the little all-county joint.
Okay.
Yeah, I played in that. I ended up winning the championship with the team I was with.
That was paid, right? Y'all got paid for like a prize?
Yeah. You got paid for it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's decent.
You won it, yeah. You got paid for it.
Yeah.
Nice little challenge.
That's good. That's good. As far as the city growing, you know what I'm saying? You from Milwaukee.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the young talent that's coming up in the city?
Man, paying attention. Like, I usually, like, when I was in college and stuff, I used to pay attention a little bit. And then when I got overseas, it was kind of hard to pay attention because it's like, shit, the time zone different. Yeah. But then, like, coming back home and, like, it's some young kids that I'd be working out with. And then I'd be noticing them, like, damn, like, they solid, they decent. And then, you know what I'm saying, I started to pay attention more. So, like, the next young talent that's coming up, they solid for Milwaukee for sure.
It is solid.
They putting on right now for sure.
Facts. And they, especially getting like the recognition that, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little older than you, but you know what I'm saying? It was hard to get that recognition, especially out of Milwaukee, as far as like now we got social media and just big names. I remember what sort of put me back on the high school scene was Tyler Hero. Yeah. And when I heard about Tyler Hero, I heard about it the same day, and I seen him up at South for the Terry Porter Classic.
Yeah. Right.
And he killed that, and that's when I started tapping back in with, you know what I'm saying, Milwaukee basketball, Wisconsin basketball.
Tyler, he like that.
Yeah, facts.
He like that for sure.
What's your opinion? I see you did your podcast. I want to shout out the podcast, the Career Podcast.
Yeah, Career Podcast. Dave,
one of the former guests we had on here, Raymond. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Raymond. But how was that speaking with some pros and dropping knowledge on that podcast?
It was cool, bro, because like, you don't really get to be around men and like actually like talk, you know what I'm saying? So like that podcast, it was a great podcast. It was a good episode. Like we actually was able to like talk and have conversations about stuff that normally men don't open up and talk about.
That's real.
And like we was able to have that type of conversation. So it was like, it brought light into like people wanted to like come and join that podcast just to be able to talk and shit like that. So yeah, it was cool.
And that's important in the sports world because making it where you at, you gotta put so much time into basketball.
So much.
And they don't see y'all bigger than a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got off the court stuff that go on and stuff like that. But I know it'd be hard for athletes because if you made it to where you is, you got to put most of your time in basketball or whatever field you in, whatever sport you in.
Sure.
Facts. Let's get into your story. You from Milwaukee, Wisconsin?
Yeah, I'm from Milwaukee.
Okay, tell me about your childhood, siblings, parents. How was it growing up for you?
So I'm from Milwaukee, and I grew up in Milwaukee until I was 17. So I grew up on 15th and Center.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up at the Boys and Girls Club at Laverne Way. You know what I'm saying? Then when I went to West Dallas Central for high school for about 3 years, and then after that, that's when I was turned 17. I left, and I went to go prep school.
Yep.
So then I grew up in Milwaukee all my life until 17. Then that's when I went to prep school on the East Coast, and then after that, went to University of Rhode Island for college, and then after that, that's when I've been overseas since. So it's my childhood years, I grew up in Milwaukee, but then after that, it was shit, pretty much all over the place.
How was your experience in Milwaukee? You brought up 15th to Center. You know what I'm saying? That's real Milwaukee, if you know.
For
so
sure.
Just how was your experience growing up? You know what I'm saying? Good, bad? Was your parents around?
No, my experience growing up in Milwaukee was cool. I ain't never really got in trouble or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? My parents made sure they kept me out of trouble, always kept me busy. And just being around the Boys and Girls Club, you gonna stay out of trouble for real. You know what I'm saying? You may come to close to any altercations or whatever, but that just
that's normal.
That's normal. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I ain't really had no problem with Milwaukee, honestly.
That's good. As far as organized sports, when did you brought up the Boys and Girls Club? Is that where you start getting into basketball and organized sports? That's
when I really started to play basketball and stuff. I had the ball in my hand since a jit, since a real youngin'. So but the organized sports came with the Boys and Girls Club, and then I started playing AAU in 3rd grade.
Okay. Oh, so you started early.
I started early, so that was when everything just took off. I was playing AAU, and then I was playing football. It used to be, I don't know if it's still called the same thing, but it's NCSL.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, so I was playing in that. And then I started playing in the Boys and Girls Club Football League as I got to 10. So that's where all the organized sports came from, was the Boys and Girls Club.
Shoot, that's what's up. If you've been paying attention to the channel, a lot of people say NCSL. I grew up in NCSL. I played basketball there. I ain't do the football, but I do remember their football side. Their football side was really the heavy side.
It was heavy.
Yeah.
Sure. Back then, it was heavy.
Yeah, so shout out NCSL for sure. You know what I'm saying? Got
definitely.
A lot of the future athletes and the past athletes doing their thing now. As far as was it any coach early on that, you know what I'm saying, that inspired you to, want to keep hooping, or did you always just have that passion for basketball?
No, it was Coach B, Brian Johnny.
Shout out Brian. Okay,
yeah. He the one that kept me on that path with the whole basketball thing. You know what I'm saying? So I got with him early. That was the first coach that I played for in 3rd grade.
Okay,
and I was pretty much playing with him through the whole time of my career playing AAU basketball. So, and even to this day, we still connected.
For AAU, when you started off, was you playing with Terry Porter?
Nah, we was the Rebels.
You was with the Running Rebels.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So so y'all ended up turning into
So we was the Rebels, and then after the Rebels, we went to go play for Playground Warriors. And then after Playground Warriors, we was Playground Elite. And then after Playground Elite, that's when we became Terry Porter.
Okay. Yeah. And too, so it seemed especially with the elite players, it always sort of starts, not always, but it starts off with the Running Rebels, and then y'all branch off to Playground and stuff like that. Is there always a connection between the two? Has there always been a partnership or something like that?
I wouldn't say it's be a partnership. It's just mainly you rock with who you rock with. And the Rebels is always they got a good foundation. You know what I'm saying? And they've been around for a very long time. So most people's you coming up trying to play AAU, you gonna start off with the Rebels.
Yeah.
And it was just for me, wherever Coach B went, that's where I was going. Everybody else, they was cool and everything, but me and Coach B had that connection. So it was he was a second father to me. He was like my godfather type of thing. So I was going wherever he was going.
Oh, well, that's good. I know as far as like just with the Rebels and a lot of people on this station, you know what I'm saying, that came out of that program and made a name for themselves, man. It's a big staple in Milwaukee, so that's what's up. I should have knew you played for the Rebels. I ain't gonna lie. Middle school wise, what middle school did you go to?
So I went to like a private middle school. Like this middle school I went to was like, damn, what was that shit called? Academy of Learning and Leadership. I went there for like, from like 3rd grade until like 7th. 8th grade I went to Cass Street. I went to Cass Street over there off of Brady Street. I went to there for like a year. Yeah. And then that was it.
Oh, okay. I do know Cass Street. Was that like a basketball program type school or?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, so y'all was doing y'all thing?
Yeah, when I went over there for that 1 year, we ended up winning the championship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who was some of the people that like you was facing in your class back then? Some of the battles you had?
Shit, like growing up?
Yeah, like growing up before you hit high school.
In Milwaukee?
Yeah, in Milwaukee or whoever.
So I'm gonna go with in Milwaukee. So you got Dwayne Wilson for sure. Who else we had? That was in my class. Bronson Conan. Sheesh.
I know it was a minute ago. What?
Nah, that was a minute ago. But in my class, Austin. 2013 is a tough class. I can't even remember for real.
I'm trying to think too about some. That's in 2013.
Yeah, something like from Milwaukee was like they had like battles.
Yeah, you was pretty much just getting it in. You was nothing really think about. That's some real shit. If it's that.
No, for real though. But like battle wise in Milwaukee, it wasn't really.
Yeah, nothing major.
It was like, especially in my class, the 2013 class, it wasn't. It was competition, but it wasn't no battle like.
I feel that. No, that's real. You got that shit. I don't want you to front your move and get the credit they don't deserve. That's a fact. And and around this time, you traveling for AAU too as well, right?
Yeah.
So are y'all going national now?
Yeah.
So how is that? You know what I'm saying? Playing against like the nation's best. You know what I'm saying? Traveling.
That shit, like when you going to traveling, like you get to see what you got to work on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's real. That's real.
You might think like you the best or whatever, like, but when you go to them other states and going to them tournaments, you see what you need to work on. Like you really going against some of the top dogs and everything. If you able to hold your own and shit, you solid. Yeah. But you get to see what you need to work on for sure.
Facts. So with your experience, you say like when you come back, say you playing the national schedule, when you come back to the city, it's not a cocky thing, but you just know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Compared to people that ain't experienced that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I'm super humble, so it's like I never knock nobody, but I'm gonna tell the truth at the end of the day. Like we gonna keep it 100 at the end of the day. So it's like, no, for sure coming back home, like I know what it is, but I don't really be around it like that.
Yeah. Hey, it's important because, you know, it's true. I'll put myself in it. It's levels to it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You think you got, like, you super cold and then you run into somebody you ain't never seen before.
Right,
like,
exactly.
How you contemplating basketball for real?
No, for real.
For real, so that's real.
Nah, dead ass.
You end up going to West Allis Central, like you mentioned. What went into you going there, and did you have any other schools that you was thinking about going to?
So I truly, first off, I was trying to go to Vincent to go play with Deontay Burton. We played AAU together.
That would have been beastie.
We was trying to go there together, but some stuff happened with all that. Then I was trying to go to Tulsa East, and then Tulsa East was saying like you had to live like in a district type of thing.
Most definitely, yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, so then my last option was West Allis Central, and I got into West Allis Central off of Darvell Brown.
Yeah, okay, I know.
I got to, he had talked to my pops, and then my pops was like, we're going to try to go to West Allis Central. Mind you, I never heard of West Allis Central.
I was going to ask
I'm like, all right, forget it. Like, I don't care. Like, it is what it is. So then I went up there, and then it was history from there.
So was it a place you was able to play varsity out the gate? Yeah, stuff like that.
But the crazy thing, I wasn't supposed to play varsity out the gate.
Okay, give me a breakdown. How that happened?
Like, that was the crazy part. Like, going to West Allen Central, like, I wasn't even supposed to play varsity right away. I had went up there one night to work out in front of the varsity coach, and then like after working out with him, he was like, nah, you on varsity. Like, we're not about to play games. You gonna be on varsity. But even still, I wasn't supposed to start.
Yeah,
I wasn't supposed to start on var. So then in the tryouts, the senior that was supposed to start in the tryouts, he ended up quitting.
Okay.
He ended up quitting basketball. Like,
he's done.
He's done. So then it's like, shit, I'm the next person up. So it's just like,
got through right in the fire.
Right.
Which is cool. I know you was cool with it.
It was cool with me. Like, shit, I ain't never played behind nobody anyway. So yeah, it was cool with me. So it was a good situation.
So I can say you always had that confidence about yourself about basketball.
Nah, for sure.
Was that something that you build over time, or you just like, you know what I'm saying, you were just always confident in your game?
Just being young, and I was always playing against older players. Like, I was always playing against like my cousin Deontay Garrett. I was playing against DeMarcus Phillips. I was playing against Johnny Lacey. So it's like me seeing them like in open gym and able to play with them at a young age. You build that confidence. You know what I'm saying? And you see like that you can kind of hang with them a little bit. Like, you could score with them and stuff like that. You could defend them a little bit. And then they encourage you in as well to help you build that confidence. So it was just like, it just came second nature after that. Like, after playing against them at a young age, it was like, so I could play with anybody for real.
Some of the players you mentioned, like you brought up your cousin DG, and just all the other talent that you mentioned. Was those players, because they older than you, you know what I'm saying? Was those players somebody that you can look up to? And did that help build like your confidence, like when you was younger, because you knew what level you wanted to make it on? For
sure. Just watching DG all the time, because like we was at the Boys and Girls Club. And like they had open gyms when the Boys and Girls Club closed or on a Sunday. And I'd just be up there watching. Like, at the time, I was young, so I couldn't play with them. But then like as I got older into like my teens, that's when like they'll let me get on the court and everything like that. So
and they had the pro level at this time.
Exactly. So like at that time, like he was probably in college and stuff at that time. So I was watching him. I'm like, shit, I want to do the same shit. I want to go the same route. You know what I'm saying? And then growing up watching Johnny Lacey, Johnny was the older team of my AU team, and we had the same coach. So we had the same tournaments. And I'm literally like sitting there watching him, you know what I'm saying? And then another person, Corey Lucius. Like Corey Lucius, that's big bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Watching him growing up. It's like, shit, I want to follow the same path. So being around them, putting myself around them, and like being able to play against them, it was like, that's what got me going for real.
Man, hey, and those two players to look up to for real. Like,
for sure.
We bring up social media and like, you know what I'm saying, how you can get your videos and stuff out there. And they went to major colleges, I ain't trying to get it wrong. But when I say very talented players, Johnny Lacey and Corey Lucius, really top guards out the state, for real. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Lacey, he was 09 with me. He was always from freshman year all the way through #1 guard out the state. And Corey Lucius is, hey, do your homework.
Corey just Corey.
No bullshit. Corey just Corey.
Corey just Corey.
Corey, he my favorite to come out the city. No matter if you came out, went to the NBA or not. No bullshit. Corey got he that man. I ain't gonna lie. So them some good role models. I ain't gonna lie, or you know, people to look up to as far as your game. Still on your freshman year. So how did that season go up at West Allen Central? You know what I'm saying? You get through in the fire. You a freshman.
It went solid. It went solid. We ain't make the playoffs. We ain't make the playoffs that year, but it was straight. I feel like we ain't really had the right coaching. Like, he ain't really know how to like make us gym together, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't really put us in a position for us to actually win. So it was just like, it wasn't the right coaching staff the first year.
Was it a basketball program before you came up in there? Like a major one, or they was starting to build when you got there?
I feel like that was more so of a football school. Like when I first got there, it was more of a football school when I first got there. But like by sophomore year, like the end of our sophomore year, that's when like stuff started heating up about basketball. Cause like we started having more inner city people come to play basketball and everything.
Okay.
And by our senior year, that was like, but that junior year before I left, like that everybody knew who West Dallas Central was for sure.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Really, and of course you helped put them on the map. So like your years there basketball wise individually, you know what I'm saying? How you feel like, what was your experience like with that? You know what I'm saying? Really doing your thing on the court.
It was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? It went how I expected.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't expect nothing less. It was just I left because like I felt like I wasn't getting enough from the city. Whereas like all the schools that I got came from AAU.
Okay.
It came from AAU. And then it was just like at that time back then, coaches really weren't really coming to Wisconsin like that.
Yeah.
Like how big Milwaukee is now when it comes to like people coming to the city to see the kids and stuff. It wasn't like that back then. So I put myself, Coach B, he talked to me about going to prep school. Johnny Lacey again. Me and Johnny went to the same prep school. So I pretty much kind of followed his footsteps of going prep. And it was just like, if I want to be around the coaches, I got to go to prep school.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to do. And shit, it worked out.
That's good. I want to ask you because I had somebody in here from Marquette, shout out Trey Norman, and I asked him that. He said he was playing in the public school up in Boston where he's from, but he eventually had to go prep, you know what I'm saying, really get his name out here.
Yeah.
I asked him, was that mandatory? So do you feel like, you know, to really play against the best and get your name out here like you want to, do you feel like prep school is mandatory right now?
I feel like, I wouldn't say it's mandatory. I would say it depends on who you is. Like, it depends on what you got going on. But, like, if you're already the top dogs or, like, one of the top players in the country, you ain't got to go nowhere.
I feel that.
Like, if you think about, like, Tyler Hero, Kevon Looney, like, Jordan, like, they ain't have to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They was already them top dogs. So, it's like, I feel like it depends on who you is. But if you do want to get college ready, I would say go prep school.
Yeah. Okay. That's real. I'm glad I got that. As far as so you transfer now. Let's get into that. What was the adjustment period like? You went to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame Prep.
Yeah, Notre Dame Prep. Where is Notre Dame Prep?
Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts. Okay, so how's that experience? You know what I'm saying? And how are you adjusting? Is this your first time out of Milwaukee?
Shit. Like
living wild.
Living wild shit. Man. Bro, prep school, the first time I got to prep school, it was tough, bro. Like, it was tough. Like, when I be hearing stories about, like, people with, like, junior college and stuff like that. Yeah. Bro, prep school is like that. Like, probably, like, the first couple months I got to prep school, I was trying to come back home, bro.
Really?
Man, what? Like, we stayed in the crib. Like, we stayed in a big house. Like, school, like, you would think, like, you about to go to a school building, like, for school, for classes. Yeah. Nah, like classes is on the first floor of the house.
All types of
like so you in the house damn near all day. So like, bro, the first couple months I was trying to come back home by Thanksgiving time. Like I'm trying to see like how to get
before the season even started.
Before the season even started, I'm trying to see how to get back into school in Milwaukee. So, but then my mom, she like, nah, like just stay out there. Like it's gonna help you in the long run and everything like that. So I'm like, all right, forget it. But like. It was tough. Yeah. That prep school life is tough. Like, it was the nitty gritty for sure. And I did that for 2 years.
And with most prep schools, is it like you brought up JUCO? Is it in the middle of like nowhere, or is it just strictly
middle of nowhere, bro? It's you in like a small town, bro. Like the town we had, like we probably only like 9,000 people in the town for real. Yeah. It's a a small town. The gym all bad, all that. It was crazy, bro.
So I know you was.
But it molded me though. It molded me though. Like it gave me that mentality, like that dog mentality, even more. I feel like that you could get through anything. So prep school definitely helped me. It molded me to who I am.
And so you did 2 years at the prep school. So, and you really was doing your thing there. You know what I'm saying? Over 25 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. So, like, you know what I'm saying? That's real. You did what you were supposed to do. Right. So, just give me a breakdown on all that. And, like, was y'all playing against harder competition now? You going against the elite of the country?
Like when you with the prep school that I went to, it was like you ain't had no nights off. Okay. So like my first year, like I'm playing against Terry Rozier, I'm playing against Frank Mason, I'm playing people that's top dogs that's going to like Miami and all that. I'm playing against Devontae Graham. I played against Donovan Mitchell. They all was on the same team.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you ain't got no nights off when you go to prep school. Like you really playing against them top dogs, and like you ran off the numbers that I had. It was like, like come on, bro. For
real. Especially I seen the Terry Rozier high school mixtape before.
Man, what?
There ain't nothing to play with.
No bullshit. Terry was like that for sure.
So like you said, but you getting in, you holding your own against them. So like, what's your confidence level at? You know what I'm saying? Are you thinking league at this time after going prep? I know you got to go to college, but like, is that your focus now?
At that time, it was just about me getting to college.
Okay.
Like the mindset that I had, then like the mindset that was kind of installed in me, it was just like, first you gotta get to college, and then once you get to college, then you could think about that next step of the NBA or overseas and shit like that. So yeah, the NBA was like, that was in my mind and everything like that, but I felt like that went sideways once I ended up getting sick in college.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna
I ended up getting sick in college, and that's what like deterred me away from like the NBA kinda. Okay.
The recruiting process, you know what I'm saying? That did you get interest from Rhode Island? Did that start at your prep school, or did you have interest?
Coach Hurley first came up to me was in high school. It was in the summer. It was during AAU. And I want to say it was like my sophomore year of high school.
Oh, okay. So he caught you early.
Yeah, like he caught me early, and like he was on me like for a long time.
Did you know their history of like his family?
Before that, I ain't know the history of none of that.
Yeah, his pops and stuff like that. I read a book on his pops. He was doing his thing in New Jersey. He the reason why they who they is. Yeah.
I'm like, they family got history, so you know what I'm saying. Like I ain't know about none of that until Coach B told me that.
Okay.
He told me about like Coach Hurley and stuff like that, and then just like, then I started doing my research, and I'm like, y'all, he a good coach. Like you know what I'm saying. Like every program he go to, he change it around. And like shit, you can see that now when you come.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he changed everything around. So I was locked in with him for a long time. Yeah.
And staying on him, how was like those practices? Like you said, you brought up UConn, they back-to-back championships. He could have went to LA if he wanted to. But just how was it playing under him? You know what I'm saying? I know he got a lot of passion, a lot of dog.
He got that's one person like that I could say like, he'll go to war for his players. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a player's coach. You know what I'm saying? Like on and off the court. Like he'll teach you a lot about life, and he'll teach you a lot about basketball. So like, but when we on the court though, he very passionate about basketball. So like he wants you to give everything you got. Like to the point where it's like, you can't walk.
Yeah.
You can't walk after practice type of shit, but he wants you to give everything you got, and like the type of person he is, like you gonna give everything you got for him.
Exactly.
So it's like he a great dude.
Yeah. Sure, and that makes sense on why his brother made it as an undersized guard, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Hurley.
Bobby,
Yeah. And just all of them, you know what I'm saying? That family, they most definitely is one of them people to know up in the basketball world.
Definitely.
Before we get into Rhode Island though, you when you committed to Rhode Island, you did that at the Boys and Girls Club, you know what I'm saying? Just how was that moment, you know what I'm saying? Give me a breakdown of that day. Was you was with the family, right?
Yeah, I was with the family and everything. It was a surreal moment because like when I was at prep school and I had to do like all my classes and stuff to make sure like I qualify and everything to go to college, and I had to do the ACT and everything like that. And like that whole process was just like, it was a headache.
I bet.
The whole process was a headache because where I went to prep school, it was like we did regular classes, but for college, like the time that I got there, the classes that we needed for college, like we had to do them shits online.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Yeah, so we had to do them online. So like they made sure like everything was gonna be right. So it was just like that shit was a headache. And then once I had got the text message that like I qualified, it was just like it was perfect from there. It was like damn, like I went to prep school. I ain't gotta go to JUCO. Like no knock on JUCO.
No, but if you don't gotta go,
nobody was trying to go to JUCO. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, I ain't trying to take that route. So then like being able to like sign that letter of intent in front of my family and then in front of the kids that like looked up to me like at the Boys and Girls Club. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a surreal moment for me and my family. So it was cool.
Yeah, man. Hey, a Division I player coming right off Center Street.
Right.
That's real. It's a lot too. If you from Milwaukee, you know. But you know what I'm saying. Exactly. For the people outside of Milwaukee and outside the city, that's real. For real. So how was the adjustment? You know what I'm saying? Now you playing Division I basketball, Rhode Island. How is Rhode Island? I never would think to go to Rhode Island. So how was that experience? Was it?
The experience out of Rhode Island was it was lit.
Yeah. Okay. Lit.
It's lit. It's lit. Like I like Rhode Island. Like for sure, it's definitely gonna be one of my favorite states to be in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a small state, but it got a lot going on out there. Like you know what I'm saying? It's always something to do. Always something to do. Like shit, I had them come down there when I was at college and shit. They liked it too. So
that's lit.
Rhode Island definitely underestimated for sure.
Is it a big difference between like the Midwest and the East Coast?
It's a huge difference.
Okay, yeah.
It's a huge difference. Like from the lingo, like talking and everything, the way people dress, the way like the vibes is, all that. Like it's a huge difference for sure.
So was it easy for you to pick up on everything? Yeah. Like just off the court, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing?
Nah, it was easy because like all my teammates that I was around and like people in the school that I hung out with and everything, like I ended up gaining like an East Coast accent like while I was out there.
So, real shit.
Yeah, I be hearing that. Just being out there, like, you gain the accent. And like I used to come home and they used to be like, you talk like you from out there.
No, that's real.
So it was just like, that's just how it was. It was cool though.
Yeah, you pick up their slang and shit like that. And too, was they surprised, you know what I'm saying, you coming from Milwaukee? Because, they be having us messed up a little bit. They be thinking it's sweet up here or something.
They be having Milwaukee messed up, bro. They be trying to disrespect Milwaukee crazy.
That's because we got that Wisconsin tag.
Yeah, that's that Wisconsin tag. Yeah. Bro. They be like, Milwaukee, like, where that's at? Like, what you mean where it's at, bro? They like, damn, what's out there? Farms and shit? Like, nah, you thinking up north. Like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, we in the city.
You gotta get to bringing up the Bucks and shit. Like, man, we ain't the Bucks, though, bro. We the Bucks, but stop it, though. This is Milwaukee, bro. I feel you on that. So, your freshman year there, you know what I'm saying? You got the keys, right? Damn near. Well, at least you led your team in assists out the gate.
It was like, I ain't get the keys right away.
Okay.
I ain't get the keys right away. I had a senior in front of me.
Okay.
I had a senior in front of me. My dog, Biggie Menace, he was in front of me. And, like, probably about, like, I want to say it was mid-conference, by conference play. That's when, like, they end up switching it. Okay. That's when I end up getting the keys after that.
Oh, so midway through the season?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, how was that for you as far as not like you're on Division I level? First off, how's like practices? Is those a little harder? Like, what's the hardest adjustment that you had to make playing at Division I level?
It's the time schedule.
Okay.
Like, just managing your time in college, like.
Especially as an athlete.
As a student athlete, like you ain't really got a lot of time to be doing, like having free time for real. You ain't really got that because like shit, some days you gotta wake up at 8 a.m. for class. Then you got practice at 10. Then you got study hall right after practice, and practice go from like 10 to 1. So like you getting on the court and you in the weight room right after that.
Okay.
So then you got study hall. And then you got class after that. And then you probably got study hall again. Like you had study hall like 2 times a day. And then shit, if you want to get some extra work in, shit.
That's your day.
8 o'clock at night, you get some extra work in. Shit, that's your day for real. Like, unless you a night owl or some shit. But That's your days. I say like the biggest adjustment was time management.
Okay.
And then I feel like everything that I've been through from a young kid all the way through high school and like through that prep school life, it prepared me for college.
Okay.
So it was like, it was like basketball wise, it wasn't no big adjustment for me.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It wasn't no real big adjustment. Only thing it was is like you had to get stronger.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at it. It was just getting stronger. That's it.
And with you already doing a year in prep, you was good as far as like, you know, adjusting with the home and stuff, being away from home.
Being away from home. Like I was cool with being away from home because shit, going to prep school for 2 years, it was like I was cool with being away from home.
Do you feel like going into your sophomore year, do you feel like that was a breakout year for you? Your sophomore year?
Yeah. That was definitely a breakout year. I had to do a lot more because like one of our best players, E.C. Matthews, he had tore his ACL the very first game of the season.
Oh damn, okay.
Yeah, so it was like after he went down, then it was like me and Jared Terrell had to do more. Like it was like that scoring load and everything got put on us. So it was like, that was pretty much my breakout season in my sophomore year.
Yeah, and that's why I see too, like just as far as the scoring load, you took a big role in that scoring load.
Yeah.
How is that for you as far as like, you know, being able to take on scoring load, or if they need you to, you know, be more of a point guard, point general, something like that. So is it easy for you to adjust your game either way?
Yeah, it's easy because like just watching, it's like growing up, you watching like Chris Paul and all that. Like Chris Paul, he was one of my favorite players growing up. And just watching how he controlled the game and like just time management of the game when he need to score. Like you will see spurts where he get to scoring, but then you see spurts where like he just controlling the game, assisting everybody.
Real
so it was like, just staying efficient and everything like that. So I took that and put that into my game. So it was just like, if I had scores around me, I didn't really need to score unless I had to. Yeah, if I see like we can't score, it's like, all right, I'll pick it up. I'll pick up the scoring load. Or shit, if I just need to pass, I'm gonna pass it. Like it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, shit, we all win. Yeah. So that's how I looked at it.
Do you feel like you got caught like right in between that time where I'll say, I know it's more for the league, but like they was looking for Chris Paul types, you know what I'm saying, real floor general growing up, and then it switches to these scoring guards like Steph and Dame. Do you feel like you got caught like right in the middle of that type shit?
I definitely feel like I got caught right in the middle of that, honestly, for real. Because it was just like, I could have been that scoring guard where it's just like, shit, I'm just out here to score. Yeah. But then like I could have been where it's like I'm going to pass this motherfucker all the time. But I felt like I was in between for sure.
Do that get confusing? And I know you're not really like thinking about the next level right now. You focus on college, but like, do that get confusing on like, you know what I'm saying, what you want to showcase to make it to that next level? Like, you know what I'm saying, should I be a pure point guard or do they want me to go for 30? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, at that time, I feel like at that time it was like a mixture of both at that time. Okay. Like while I was in college. It was like a mixture of both, and like I ain't never feel like no pressure or nothing just because who I had around me, like my circle that I had around me, the coaches that I had around me, they was just like, be yourself. Yeah. Like, if people accept you for yourself, they're gonna accept you. If not, then it is what it is. Just be yourself at all times.
Yeah, and you need coaches like that believe in you. Your sophomore year, you ended up breaking your jaw, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you kept playing. Yeah. So just toughness-wise, how, you know what I'm saying, how was that? Because I know, I can only think of headache while you running. You know what I'm saying? I know that's a major headache, but how was that dealing with, you know what I'm saying?
That was like one of the worst like injuries that I had because it was like the front of my mouth. It was like the jaw like had fractured and everything. Yeah. The tooth came out and everything.
Oh, weird. So and this during the game?
Yeah.
This happened? Okay.
Yeah, this during the game, and then like that night we went to the hospital and they said like they pushed the tooth back in. And like, but that was the most painful thing.
I bet.
Bro, that's all painful thing I ever went through in my life, bro.
That's all painful.
That shit was painful, bro. they did that, and then like they had put braces on there, like on 6 of my teeth, they had put braces on there for it like to heal. And they told me, they was like, for me to continue playing basketball, I got to get like a mask that's gonna cover like my mouth.
Yeah.
Like, you know, normally the mask just cover like the nose and
Facts.
shit. So they like, I gotta cover like my mouth with it. So I'm like, so Coach Hurley and them trying to figure shit out, like, cause shit, we got a game that next week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, shit, I ain't trying to sit out.
Oh yeah, that's
You know what I'm
it
saying? Like,
that's
I ain't trying. Yeah, I'm not trying to sit out, bro. Like, it is what it is. Like, we gotta find some type of mask, bro. But then we end up finding a mask that they customized for me, and I had to play with that for the rest of the season.
Okay.
But that was the worst thing I had to do in college, play with that mask. But it still worked.
Yeah.
It still worked just because of my mindset that I had. Like, it wasn't nothing about to stop me from playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? So it was straight, though.
Playing through the pain like that, man, that's tough, man. That showed that dog in you. Did you have to like pop Advils back to back and shit like that, or?
Nah, it was just like I could tolerate pain, so it was just like it wasn't hurting enough where it's like I had to pop medicine or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you a beast, man.
It was straight.
It's one of my iconic photos where everybody in the back with the mask on.
Nah, yeah, the whole crowd. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The whole crowd, like, it was they had took a picture. It was like the whole crowd had mask, like the same type of mask that I had on.
Oh, that's beastie. Okay.
Nah, it was fire.
Yeah, hey, and that's good support from the fans.
Nah,
I know y'all fan base was heavy.
Yeah,
you know what
it
I'm
was
saying?
heavy for sure.
That's what's up.
Real heavy.
And who else came out of Rhode Island? Lamar Odom, right?
Lamar Odom, Katino Mobley.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, those two was like the main two that came out and went to the NBA. Xavier Mumford.
Okay.
Xavier Mumford played in the league. Jared Terrell, one of my best friends, he played in the league for like a year. So yeah, it's some people that came out of Rhode Island for sure.
Yeah. What conference is that?
It was it's the Atlantic 10.
Okay, the Atlantic 10. Okay, all right, bet. Yeah. Did they switch? I know a lot of stuff different now.
I think they might be still in the Atlantic 10.
Okay,
I
good.
think so.
Cool. Well, all right, yeah. So you have a good sophomore season. You know what I'm saying? You was doing your thing. Going into your junior season, like you said, you brought up your illness that you went through. Was that early in the season?
It was like, yeah, it was real early. It was still non-conference play.
Oh damn. Okay. So you
non-conference play.
So you doing your thing. You really got the keys now. Starting point guard and everything.
Yep.
And then in the middle of the year, you catch that illness.
I had caught the illness. Yeah.
So how many games you had to sit out? Good, like 9.
9.
Yeah, 9 games.
I had to miss 9 games.
So mentally, you know what I'm saying? What you was going through mentally? This your longest time out of basketball?
Yeah. I was, honestly, going through that whole situation, like, I was depressed, bro.
I bet. Okay.
Like, I ain't know what depression was until I had to go through that situation, and it was like, I'm like, damn, like, am I like gonna be able to continue to play basketball? You know what I'm saying? Like, it really started to come down to like some serious shit. So, like, going through that, and then it was tough because it's like my parents ain't out there.
Yeah.
So it's like I only could talk to them through the phone. So it was just like, it's like, damn. But
and you young still too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Young 20, 21,
exactly.
something
So
like that.
It's like going through that, it was tough, but like the encouragement and everything, like the support system that I had from back home and while I was out there, just trying to figure out a way to manage it. Figure out a way to manage the illness and everything for me to continue playing. Cause shit, when I had got sick, I had lost like 15 to 20 pounds within like damn near 3 weeks to a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was tough.
Yeah. And I know it's funny, I know your mindset at the time, like, you a basketball player, so you just think about getting back on the court.
Yeah.
But take basketball out of it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure you good
make sure
outside
you good
of that.
Health-wise.
Yeah, health-wise.
And that's what it was like with my mom. Like, my mom, she installed and like was talking to me like, she like, I don't care about the basketball part. Like, you did it with the basketball part. You made it out of Milwaukee. She was like, it's your health.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta make sure your health is straight. Like, make sure your health is good before you try to get back on the floor. So I'm like you right. Like, yeah, that's when I started taking like my health more serious. You get what I'm saying? So ever since then, though, I've been straight.
Yeah, but I understand your mindset though too. You know what I'm saying? You're not just a basketball player. You're a Division I athlete. You know what I'm saying? You got a future ahead of you. I know all you was thinking was basketball.
Yeah, at
you know
that time,
thanks.
At that time, I ain't thinking about nothing else but basketball. That's the only thing that was on my mind. Like, you do these classes and stuff, make sure your grades straight so you can play basketball. Like, so yeah.
Thanks. So, like you said, you lost a lot of weight. You got to get back on the court later on?
Yeah.
So how was that? Did it affect you big time, like conditioning?
Man, it affected me a lot because now at that time I'm on a minute restriction.
Okay, yeah.
So like, you know how Bronny had his whole thing, and then it's like that. Like, I was on a minute restriction. It was like, oh, he can't play over 25 minutes a game. Like, I'm like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm going from playing 30 plus to only playing like 18 minutes a game, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so like, that's where like I was messed up in the head, like, cause I knew like I could still play and everything like that, but like during that time, like my iron was low, so I had to make sure my iron was good, so I could be able to play and had the energy to play and everything like that. But during that whole season, like, I was depressed, bro. I was going through it.
Did you still get did you get support from like the staff? Because like I say, Dwayne, when he was on here, he brought up, you know what I'm saying, how it can be all good at one point, he go through an injury, and then like the people that was recruiting him, texting him every day, won't even say nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So and nothing changed up for you while you was going through what you was going through?
Nah, ain't nothing changed up. Like, everybody was super supportive, making sure I was straight, make sure I had everything that I needed. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing changed up. Everything was cool.
Cool. So you make it through that junior year. How did that season go?
We ended up winning a conference championship that year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and then y'all got to make it to the tournament?
We made it to the tournament, yeah.
Okay.
We made it to the tournament that year, yeah.
That's beastie. So, all right, going into your senior year, you trying to bounce back from the sickness and everything? You still trying to bounce back from that?
Still trying to bounce back from that and still battling with that at the same time. Like, I was still battling with that at the same time. And then that year, like, the guard that we had, Jeff Dowden, he in the league too. He play with Philly right now. Okay. And so he was behind me, and when I got sick, he took the keys, he took over. Yeah. Which, it was cool or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, we all gonna win at the end of the day. Facts. So he took over, you know what I'm saying? We were still doing good. And then by my senior year, they ended up asking me like, shit, like, would you mind like being the sixth man? Just cause shit. Yeah. He took over. We still doing good. You get what I'm saying? Like, he was starting to have his breakout season. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, like, that's cool. Like, I ain't tripping about it. Like, I come in off the bench. It is what it is. If like y'all feel like that's what's best needed, then shit, it is what it is. So, senior year, shit, it was still like. Everything was still cool. We ended up winning a regular season championship. We ended up still going to the tournament. Shit, no, I ended up still getting what I wanted out of at the end of the day. So it's like, it didn't matter.
That's good. Hey, shoot, you really stayed down and stuck it out.
No, yeah, for sure.
And especially nowadays, I want your opinion on it. Like, I ain't gonna say it's just easy for kids to, you know what I'm saying, if they don't like the situation, they can just hit it. But it's a transfer portal now. They can actually do that. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't feeling the situation, they can just be out of here. Yeah. So just what's your opinion on that? Because you thugged it out, and it was a situation like you had to move to six man, you had to accept that role. So, you know what I'm saying? What's your opinion on sticking to it?
I feel like the opinion with that, I would say, it's like, it depends on your situation. Okay. Cause like a lot of people just be leaving just cause the names at other schools and shit like that. But like I say, like, it just depends on your situation. I feel that. Like if you ain't playing enough, and then you got this school over here saying like, listen, you come over here, like, you gonna be playing, like, you gonna get this time and this and that. Then all right, go do that. But shit, even if you ain't playing that much, talk to the coaches like, what can I do to play more? You know what I'm saying? Kids nowadays, I don't feel like they doing that.
Yeah.
I feel like kids is, I ain't playing here, so I'm going to go over here. You get what I'm saying?
That's crazy, yeah.
Nah, but I feel like that transfer portal, that shit, it's like an up and down with the shit.
I feel you. I wanted to ask you that because, like, growing up, you know what I'm saying, especially in our time, you literally, you know what I'm saying, you gotta thug it out, or if you're gonna transfer, you gotta sit a whole year.
Out a whole year.
You know what I'm saying? Basketball, a rhythm sport. Unless you like, unless you 6'6", 6'7", you're just a monster and you can just, accrue the shit. But it's a rhythm sport, so sitting out a whole year, that can send you back some.
Hey, for sure.
Yeah, so I commend you on, sticking it out, being a dog, and still speaking highly on your school. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did your thing for real. Was Dan Hurley, was he there the whole time?
Yeah, Dan Hurley, he was there my whole 4 years. Yeah.
Bet, that's real. So, you did your thing in college, you know what I'm saying, had a successful career. What's your mindset now, and when did your first pro opportunities come your way?
Shit, like that senior year, when it started going towards the end of the season, shit, I was ready to get out there.
You was done?
I was ready to go overseas.
That's real shit.
I'm ready to go overseas because they still had me on that minute restriction shit. So
so your whole senior year?
Yeah, like it's still.
That's crazy. Okay.
It's still the whole minute restriction for real. So I'm like, nah, I'm ready to go hoop. Like, I'm ready to be back to who I was. You know what I'm saying? Like to go and to actually be playing 30+ minutes.
Yeah.
So like once I graduated and everything, like my agent hit me in May. Like he hit me right after after I graduated and everything. Like I ended up signing with him right away. And then my first contract came in probably like 3 weeks after I signed with him.
Oh, okay, then. Yeah, right away.
It was like right away. And like we had a whole game plan of like how my first 4 years was gonna go and everything, like the steps and everything, what was gonna happen. And shit, it went how it was supposed to happen, and then COVID hit.
Oh, damn, okay.
And COVID fucked everything up, bro.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't everything like
everything up, bro. It was like everything was going perfect. Everything was going the way it was supposed to go. Everything, and then COVID hit. And now you got overseas teams, like they don't want to pay this amount of money because they want to save a budget and everything like that. So it's like what do you really want? Like, what do I really take? Like, what type of money do I really take? You know what I'm saying?
That's real, because I didn't even think, I know when COVID was going on, the only reason they finished the NBA season was to keep the NBA alive. I didn't even think about overseas teams. That's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was a lot of survival.
There's a lot of survival going on overseas, and like shit, once COVID hit, most seasons ended early.
Yeah.
Most seasons.
Damn, I didn't even think about that, bro.
Most seasons ended early, so it was just like you ain't even get to play a full season. So then that's when motherfuckers' money start going low because they want to keep a budget. Yeah. And it was tough. It was survival for sure.
As an athlete and you overseas, what do you do in a pandemic like that? Do you come back home and wait? You know what I'm saying? Or
like when our season ended early, I came back to the crib. Like, what am I staying out here for? It's over. So come back home, then figure out from there. And then that's when they started talking about like, oh, for you to come back to Europe, you gotta have a vaccine and shit like that. Yeah. And at first I wasn't trying to take that.
I feel that.
I'm like, shit, I ain't trying to work no 9 to 5 either. So it was like, the money gotta keep coming in. So I was like, shit, take that vaccine and go back over there. And shit, that's what I did. Yeah.
I like that you brought that up as far as like, you don't want to go back to no 9 to 5. Yeah. How do it feel to get paid for playing basketball? No bullshit.
Man, it's surreal for real, because you think about it, it's like, that's been your dream all your life.
Hell yeah.
Like, to actually have your dream job, like, a lot of people out here that work a 9 to 5 don't have their dream job.
Man, a lot.
You know
majority.
What I'm saying? For real. It's like, to be able to like have your dream job and get paid for it, for something that you've been doing for free all your life, it's just a surreal moment.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't nothing get better than that for real.
Yeah.
Don't nothing get better.
No bullshit. Hey, living the dream, man.
Swear.
That's real. As far as on the court, you know what I'm saying, overseas, was it a big adjustment you had to do? But as far as your numbers, you was doing your thing out the gate. But was it like a major adjustment for you?
It was an adjustment though, like going like playing on the court. It was an adjustment because the rules kind of different.
Yeah.
Like certain things that you could get away with in America, like you ain't getting away with it out there. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you have to learn a whole new style of basketball. So luckily I had like my first coach, like he played professional basketball in Europe.
Okay.
So like, and he was a guard coach. Like he played the guard spot and everything. So he was teaching me everything that I needed to know.
Yeah.
So it was a smooth transition. Like it wasn't no, like I was having a rough patch or anything like that.
Yeah, because the numbers show.
Yeah, it was a smooth transition. And the crazy thing is, preseason, like the preseason games, bro, I bullshit you not. Preseason game, I didn't score in none of the preseason games.
That's real. I mean, hey, it's glad to have the struggle there.
That's where my rough patch was at. Was like the preseason games. I could not score, bro. Like nothing was falling, bro. It was bad. So he get that question of me, like, did I bring the right person over here and shit? I'm like,
that's real.
Like, damn. But like the kind of coach he was, like he knew like the shit was gonna come. Yeah. Like he kept telling me, he's like, it's gonna come. Like, and then I remember like the last game of the preseason, like I had scored like my first bucket in the last game of the preseason. Everybody started going crazy.
Hey, even that too. Like, you like, no, y'all chill out.
I'm like, chill out.
You know what that means.
I'm like, chill out. So then when the actual season started, like, it was go time. Like, I was already prepared. Okay. I was cool. And I'm like, shit, that's when I started going 20 every game. Like, from the very first start of the regular season. So it was just like, it was cool though. It was a smooth transition overseas.
Hey, I'll feel you on that. Like, I don't know what would be going through my mind if I know it's preseason, but if I wasn't scoring, like, ain't like you around the corner from the crib. I was like, they see you home. That's like a 15-hour flight. On the flight. That's hard. And especially for you to put up dub. Like, so you had the talent. What if they just sent you early off the preseason?
No, facts. I done seen that shit happen before. Like, I done seen it happen. Like, niggas don't be. They come to preseason bullshit, and I didn't get sent right back to the crib. Like, no. So I was blessed to have the coach that I had for my first year. Yeah. Like, he understood, and he knew it was gonna be like a transition for me. So it was.
And the players I had on here that played overseas, most of them say like, if you're American, you're supposed to go over there, you dinner like the one or two options. You know what I'm saying? Like, you about to be a big part, so I know you gotta go over there.
You're going over there to be that guy, like, and you gotta do it right away. Like, they ain't really trying to wait on you. Like, you gotta. Most times you get off the plane, you either got practice right away. Depending on what time you go there, like time of the year that you go there. If you go there in preseason, you then got practice as soon as you get off the plane.
I heard that too.
And then like shit, if you go there in the mid of the year, shit, you then got a game right off the plane. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't go over there fucking around. Like, you gotta go over there in shape and everything. So like they don't be playing that shit.
That's why I heard jet lag and everything.
Yeah, that shit all coming to fact. They don't care about that shit though. Like they don't be caring. They don't be caring about that, man.
That's what I hear. Hey, that's crazy. I most definitely hear that.
I want to say something little. You talk about the boys.
What?
That was another factor in your college.
Oh yeah, me having kids in college, that was tough.
Oh yeah, sure. We can speak on that. One thing while we on the overseas, we can get to that. We just had the USA. They just won gold and stuff like that. But you mentioned like the rule difference. Yeah. I can tell just on how physical, you know what I'm saying, the game is compared to, you know what I'm saying, how it is over here. What do you prefer? Do you prefer like the NBA style? I know the NBA is more of a business. I had to grow older to realize that it's more of a business. They need the entertainment and, you know what I'm saying, like stuff like what was it? Damn, they put in a rule like you gotta basically let them move. You know what I'm saying?
Freedom of movement.
Freedom of movement.
Yeah,
so like
freedom of movement.
Stuff like that. Like how you gonna give Kevin Durant freedom of movement?
Exactly.
You feel me? So like, how do you feel about you know what I'm saying, the difference between the games?
It's just like shit. I ain't never get to play like with the whole freedom of movement.
Yeah, I feel you.
The NBA experience, like I ain't never, or the G League experience or anything like that. Like I ain't never get to experience that type of rule setting.
Yeah.
So it's like the shit that I'm playing is like I'm used to it.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like it's been like that all my life. So it's like the hand checking and all that. You come across the lane, you get hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
no 3 seconds for the big man. No defensive 3 seconds.
That's one thing I wish they would change.
Okay.
Cause that shit is annoying, bro.
I feel you.
Over there, bro, the bigs just sit in the paint, bro. They don't go nowhere,
nowhere.
Bro. They just sitting there like that shit. That shit is annoying.
Well, cool. Hey, I agree with you on that. If you want that rule change, because they do get to just they can be like a 2-3 dog.
Yeah, the whole time.
Big man right in the middle all day and night. Yeah.
Spacing are really small. Like,
Facts, it is.
Like, you know, the NBA, they spacing a lot more bigger, you know what I'm saying? But overseas, that shit just like college spacing.
Yep.
High school spacing, college spacing. Like, if you scoring overseas, you can score. Because there ain't that much space to be scoring for real.
Facts. They say that too, and even Luka made a comment that people uproar about, you know what I'm saying, how it's easier to score in the NBA than
because it's so much space.
So much space,
like, people don't be understanding, like, if you ain't never played overseas, you're not going to understand. And a lot of people that be commenting be the ones that never been over there.
Facts.
So you don't understand the game, like the lifestyle of the game that's over there. And like, if you get on a NBA court, if you played on the NBA court, like we played on the NBA court in college, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when we in the games, it's so much more space because the NBA court is spaced out. It's so much more space to get to the basket. But over there, it's like, shit, I'm trying to get to the basket, all he got to do is one step. He cutting me off, you know what I'm saying? Or the help is right there, it's one step. In the NBA, you probably got to take at least 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I agree with Luka when he said that. Like, it's a little bit harder over there just because the spacing.
Yeah.
The spacing over there.
That's why I ain't gonna lie, I was sort of disappointed in some of these basketball NBA player podcasts. As far as like coming at the USA team, why they ain't blow these certain teams out. Like, first, this is a whole different kind of game, and y'all know that too.
It's
like y'all professionals,
bro. It's a whole different basketball game.
Yeah, they're not about to just be blowing people out. This ain't the '90s.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they play this style over here. These professionals, they play this style of play. Of course, it's not LeBron. You know, I ain't never heard of him. But this is a good player, and he gonna compete.
And
no bullshit.
In the countries that they playing in, shit is good basketball.
Facts.
Like, shit, most of the players that be playing for like their national teams, they be playing in EuroLeague.
Yep.
Like, that's like the next best thing of basketball besides the NBA, if you really think about it. A lot of NBA players playing EuroLeague. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the next best thing.
Facts. Well, just moving forward, you know what I'm saying, in your basketball career, what's your mindset and how long do you feel like you want to play? You know what I'm saying? This your 8th season.
Shit, really?
49.
Gotta stop for a minute. I probably say like I want to get to at least 10 years.
Okay.
I want to get to at least 10 years, you know what I'm saying? Just to say I played a decade of professional basketball and shit. By that time, my sons, they'll be 12 probably by that time. Okay. So I feel like that'll be the most time for me to like pour into them even more. You get what I'm saying? So I'll say about 10 years.
And that's, I'm glad you mentioned your sons. We can speak on fatherhood, you know what I'm saying? That's on this platform I love, you know what I'm saying? The men I bring, you know, especially we from Milwaukee. We was in situations where a lot of our friends ain't have fathers growing up. You know, even if they was in their life, maybe in the same parent home, stuff like that. But speak on fatherhood, you know what I'm saying? And just how that was for you. You had one of your sons in college, you said?
Nah, I got twin boys.
Oh, you got twin boys? Yeah. Okay, speak on that experience, you know what I'm saying? Young man having twin boys.
Man, it's like, it's the best feeling, bro. Like, being a father and being in fatherhood is like one of the best experiences that you will go through as a man in life. Because you really find that unconditional love. You get what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you mean.
You really find that unconditional love. So having them, I had them at a young age. I had them when I was 20. So I had them after my first year of college. And that was like more motivation for me in college too. Like while I was playing the way I was playing. And just having them in college, it was tough. It was tough in college. But, you know, my sons, their mom, she held it down.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? While I was playing and everything, she held it down and everything like that. So I get a props out to her for sure.
Man, big props out to her.
For sure. And even now, she's still holding it down while I'm going and playing overseas. You know what I'm saying? I get to have them with me during the summer every time I come home. But fatherhood, bro. Fatherhood, that's like one of the best things for real.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just as far as, you know what I'm saying, what I do, I'm a father just like you. You said you had it at 20, I had mine at 22, you know what I'm saying? So I feel you all the way on that. And too, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of your grind, in the middle of college, you know what I'm saying? So I know that's you got so much stuff going on already, you know what I'm saying? So
and then just
having kids,
add that to the plate, it was tough, but you know what I'm saying, I ended up getting through that. I ended up getting through that with a lot of support. So it was cool.
How would you measure as far as like, you know, putting your kids in sports and, you know, trying to have them following your path? You know what I'm saying? You got 2 boys. You see people like LeVar and what he did with his boys and stuff like that. Do you see yourself trying to put them in the same kind of path, footsteps, or if they want it?
So now they just started like truly getting into sports this summer. Like they really start to take on full head playing sports now. Okay. But I ain't the type of person where it's like I want them to follow my footsteps.
I feel that.
I want them to be able to decide what they want to do. Like I'll put you into the sports that you want to play in, but you figure out what sports you love and stuff like that. I don't want them to have to feel like they gotta live up to what I did.
Yep. You
get what I'm saying? So it's like I want them to play basketball because it'd be good to see them playing basketball, but truly, I want them playing soccer.
Okay. Yeah.
And like they love soccer, so they actually just made the soccer team this year, so they're gonna be playing soccer all year round, and then they'll be playing basketball during the summer.
Oh, that's good. And shoot, those 2 sports relate the most.
Exactly. Yeah.
For sure.
Exactly.
I like that you brought up soccer because you've been all around the world. How's soccer, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not big in our community.
Like the main sport overseas.
Yeah.
Like,
so would you encourage parents to put their kids in soccer and stuff like that? Because, that ain't the biggest sport in our community. And it could be.
I played soccer when I was younger. I played soccer when I was younger, growing up, playing in the Boys and Girls Club. I played soccer.
Yeah.
I had a chance to, like, play for a travel soccer team and everything like that. But I ended up deciding to go with basketball. Yeah. But yeah, I would definitely tell parents to put their kids in soccer, bro, because overseas, soccer is a huge deal. It's a huge deal. That's like the famous sport overseas.
I didn't think, like, of course I know people more famous than LeBron, but I for sure thought LeBron was like the #1 athlete in the world. Yeah. Then you get to looking at some of these soccer players' Instagrams. Man, LeBron like 20th in the world.
Yeah, you see them soccer players overseas, bro. Man, the fan base be different. When you go into a soccer game over there, it's different, bro. Yeah. It is so different. It's insane. Like they really be passionate about their sport, and like whoever playing for their team, like they be passionate and they love you like you family for real.
Is that's one thing I asked you. Is that how's that experience for you for like the overseas games, the fans? I done seen you in pictures and shit. They show you, they love you over there. So how's that feel?
It's like Europe. It depends on where you at. Okay. So like Greece fans, they show love. In Greece, they show love. But the most fans that showed me love was when I was in Asia.
Okay. Oh yeah.
When I just finished up in Kazakhstan. Man, that was good. It was like showering love. Like after every game, bro, you signing shit, taking pictures. every game. Like, it don't matter if you're away, like going on the road to a different game, like playing against a different team at their crib. Bro, it's just showering love, bro. It's crazy.
Are you ever able to like tap into like they cultures or different cultures when you overseas and stuff like that?
I try to like on my free time or like my teammates, like the local teammates and stuff like that. I'll be like trying to hang out with them and learn about their culture and everything like that. And like some of the cultures that you learn about, they be cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be a good experience to learn about other people's cultures for sure.
Most definitely. I know in America, we for sure stuck on a certain culture, and especially in Black America, we only care about our culture for sure. So it's good to, you know what I'm saying, go out there, experience that kind of stuff, especially like you said, you got your twin boys, and you know, everything in our culture, it's a lot of negative, I say. So it's good to pick up from other cultures and stuff. And just to change our culture into more of a, you know, positive. You know what I'm saying? We done lost too many people that, you know what I'm saying, just for you raising a young Black man, you don't want them to be like, you know what I'm saying, not just them, it's just, you know what I'm saying, our culture.
One culture.
Hell yeah. Our culture, we got somewhat of a stain to it, you know what I'm saying? So we don't want none of our young kids to have that stain. We want when other cultures look at them, they're not looking at them as thugs or nothing like that. Or not just athletes, you know what I'm saying? Just real
just as a
grown
person,
men. Yeah, as a person.
No, for sure.
So that's needed.
I definitely implement like some stuff that I be learning from overseas. Like I implement that and like coming back home and putting it into my kids at the same time. And I go about life at the same way. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a good experience learning different cultures and stuff and how you could go see things, like how they see shit different about life. You know what I mean? It makes you see things different.
Facts.
So
you're right. You ain't shit. We ain't always right about shit.
Exactly.
That's real. Like before I let you get out of here, speak on your next season coming up. You know what I'm saying? Where you gonna be at next season?
I'm going back to Cyprus.
Okay.
Yeah. I was there for 2 years. Like my first year I went there, that was my first contract when I went to Cyprus. Okay. And then after that I went to Greece for like probably like 3 months of the season, and then I went back to Cyprus. Okay. Because it was a better opportunity. So I went back to Cyprus. So then now I've been trying to get back to Cyprus for like shit since after COVID happened for real. I've been trying to get back, and then like now it's come full circle. Okay. Like to actually get back out there. So
do you you like that organization and
it's just
the vibe, everything?
It's the country, bro. Like, the country is just like all year round. It's like it's warm weather. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Greece. It's the same culture as Greece and everything. So it's like you don't really deal with no cold weather. You just dealing with rain for like a month.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you cool with that? You could deal with that. So it's like really you just wearing like fall clothes during the winter. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So
I can take that.
You feel me? And then like the food out there is fresh food and everything like that. And then me just like knowing a lot of people out there, like some of my friends and stuff out there, being able to go back out there and see all them and just being around a country that I already know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and they want me to be there. Like,
thanks. Like, did you ever think you'd be able to, you know, be in a whole different country one day and actually like just little stuff, know where you're going, you know what I'm saying? Knowing a certain highway.
So it's like over there, like you gotta drive. Your steering wheel is on the right side.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like going out there, when I first saw that, I'm like, hold on, bro. Like, all the turns different and everything. Like, all the turns. They give me a car, they like, yeah, here goes your car. I'm like, hold on, bro. Like, I gotta wait at least a month.
I feel that.
I gotta figure this out. I gotta watch y'all drive first, bro. Like, I'm not about to just get out here, bro, and drive.
That's some real shit.
So, it's definitely a cool experience, though.
That. Well, I wish you the best of luck in next season.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Before we let you get up out of here, let's introduce, you know what I'm saying? We should have introduced them in the beginning, but shout out to people who you got with you today, man, real quick.
They got my little cuz. You can say your name, man.
Court, you know what I'm saying?
He be rapping. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get on to court low. You hear me?
Say no more.
You know what I'm
Hey
saying?
man, hey, I wanted to get that out there because we most definitely gonna be seeing you on JonnyBeeTV, man. I gotta tap in with you, man. If you want to interview, but hey, I try to put the pressure on right here on camera.
For sure. He gonna have to do an interview.
So they gonna have to come in and tap in, man.
Next day to come out Milwaukee rapping. They got my little brother Chris, you know what I'm saying? You should promote your shit too.
Oh yeah, I do content creating. I'm trying to get in that a little bit, you know, do a little bit of like YouTube vlogging, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I post on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. It's on ruthless.chris421. I'm trying to do a little content creating. I do a lot of car vlogs and stuff like that.
Say no more. Hey man, I'm going to tap in with you.
Race car driver.
I'm just fixing the content.
It said race car driver.
I'm a crazy grand. I'm not from Chicago, so I had out here last night and car ended up having some issues, so I had to stay in the night and fixing it today. My hands blew. I got a little dirty stuff.
Oh yeah, he'll get it in.
Full mechanic.
Well, hey, it worked out because you got to come through, man. You got to stop through.
You said that's
No
God right
bullshit.
there.
Exactly.
You got to stop through. No bullshit. Hey, well, sure. I'm glad to have y'all on.
For sure.
Besides that, any more shout outs you want to give, you know what I'm saying, to the people, anybody?
Shit, just the whole city of Milwaukee for real. You know what I'm saying? Just shout out to all the youngest, you know what I'm saying? Stay on that right path, you know what I'm saying? And just shit, go for what you want in life.
Most definitely. Hey man, we appreciate you, man. We got a real professional in the building. Like I said, I hope you have a great season coming up, man. When you come back, man, you can break down your season. And too, I love basketball, so I just been wanting to break down some shit and just real life shit. You know what I'm saying? So most definitely love to have you back. Love to have you back on. You know what I'm saying, on JonnyBeeTV. No bullshit. So we got Jarvis Garrett in the building, man. Got the squad in the building, man. It's all love. JonnyBeeTV, let's get it.
Love.